Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel, and you are watching the latest edition of Pretty Shitty Pickups, where the items we show off are always awesome and valuable, and the production qualities of the show are, you know by now. So say it. Pretty shitty. Okay, thank you very much. And this episode focuses on nothing but Nintendo games, and even more Nintendo games. And they're awesome games because Nintendo tends to make good games, even if they tend to be rehashes of games they previously released. However, nothing but Nintendo games for this episode, and they're good games, so I'm not complaining. But the following games would be games like Sonic Mega Collection. So I guess I made a mistake when I said just Nintendo games, because Sonic's not from Nintendo, he's from everywhere. Although, well, his games are developed by Sega, but that's not the point. They're nothing but Nintendo console games, which is how I should have phrased it since the beginning. But Sonic Mega Collection, how can I forget Sonic? I should be ashamed of myself. Sonic Mega Collection is a great title. I know it because I played it years ago, and now that I have it again, it's great to play once again. And as you can see, it's not in bad condition. At least the box isn't, but neither is the game or the manual that comes with it. Look at that. That's beautiful. All we need is a memory card up there, although we have the memory card currently on our Nintendo Wii console. Sonic Mega Collection lands in an episode of Pretty Shitty Pickups. And not to be outdone by Sonic, we also have Super Mario Strikers, also for the Nintendo GameCube, and Mario tries to outdo Mega Collection with his ass kicking in soccer. I used to play this game back in the day as well when it was popular, so I already know that it's a good game, and I can't wait to really sit down and play it, although I haven't had much time to do anything lately. But Super Mario Strikers is a fantastic title, and as you can see, here it is in the box, and if you open it up, the game is right there. It's pretty much not damaged. It doesn't have the manual, but it does have these advertisements that are in what appears to be French, so there's always that. If you don't have the manual, why not learn some French before playing Super Mario Strikers? A great game that I highly recommend. And in case that isn't enough Mario with Super Mario Strikers, we also have Mario Kart Double Dash, a game that I also, just like Mega Collection and Strikers, got to play back during its prime time in the GameCube era, and so I already know that this game is also a very fun game, especially when you play it in multiplayer. But just like Mega Collection, just like Strikers, you look at this, it's not in bad condition. Heck, the box even shines a bit still, and if you open it up, you have the games right there, the bonus disc, and the actual GameCube disc right there that you use to play the game, along with the manual that is also in great condition. So not a bad gift from a relative of mine by the name of Jonathan, who sent this game along with Strikers and Mega Collection, as well as the next one. And what I would figure to be the best of the bunch that I've showed off so far, also for the Nintendo GameCube, it's Super Smash Bros. Melee, a game that I also got to play since it was first released, and a game that I really do love because, well, it was a part of my childhood, just like it was for many people around my age in day to day. So Super Smash Bros. Melee, as you can see, well, I'm not sure how well you can see it actually. I think the box actually looks better through the camera as it does in real life, because it's pretty scratched and a little banged up, although, well, not too much, so it looks great still. But if you open it up, you look at the game, also in excellent condition, little to no damage on it whatsoever. However, this one does not have the manual, which makes me a bit sad-faced, but that's nothing I can really complain about, because you can't win them all and you can't get every game that you want complete sometimes, so I'm okay with that. Super Smash Bros. Melee. This game, as I said previously, was sent along by a relative of mine named Jonathan, who also sent the previous games that I showed off before. So a big thank you to you, Jonathan, and if you ever want to send more, don't hesitate, because they can star in the next episodes of Pretty Shitty Pickups. And last in this episode of Pretty Shitty Pickups, but not the least in any sort of way, is a game not for the GameCube, but for Nintendo's original Nintendo Game Boy console, and this game would be Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, 4, as I said, this guy right here, the original Nintendo Game Boy. And as you can see, if I turn it around, It has no damage to it whatsoever. The cartridge is basically new. Look at that sticker. The sticker shines, people. The sticker shines. As you can see, it says Nintendo Game Boy up there like any cartridge. And this will be my first imported game straight from Japan that I've ever bought. And I bought this from a friend that I previously mentioned in an episode of Pretty Shitty Pickups that goes by the name of Azur Kira here on YouTube. So if you want to search him up, search him up. But I bought this game from him for 100 pesos. And as you can see, it's in excellent condition. There's not even a speck of dirt on the contact pins, which is fantastic. And that's because the game also came with this plastic case for Nintendo Game Boy games. So I always keep it stored in its case when it's not in use. So Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, everyone. A fantastic game from what I played of it so far, which is basically just the first two worlds, since I haven't had the time to play any more of it. But a great game so far, and I'm definitely very happy with this purchase. But that just about wraps it up for this 10th edition of Pretty Shitty Pickups. Yes, it's been 10 episodes so far, and we're going strong still. Well, not really, but I'm going to try my best to keep it going strong. However, whether it's just games for the original lovely handheld known as the Nintendo Game Boy, or games for the Nintendo GameCube, I realize this isn't a Nintendo GameCube, but I don't own a GameCube yet, but I will eventually. But that's not the point. It's time to say goodbye once again, and I will see you here on the next edition of Pretty Shitty Pickups, or the video that follows this episode of Pretty Shitty Pickups, if you happen to watch that one. So, this is Juanito Shet, thanking you for watching as always, and I'm signing off, and I'll catch you here next time.